Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on the Naked Cherry line, and I'm so excited to try this on camera with you. And at first, to be honest, whenever I saw the sneak peeks of the palette, I was like, I'm not too sure about that. But once I ordered everything and I saw everything, and now that I have everything, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty excited. And I want to show you everything on my face, so I don't have any of the products that I'm going to use, which I'm going to tell you right now. So the first thing, of course, is the Naked Cherry palette. I'm excited to open this up and see the colors. Hopefully nothing's broken. And then I also got the Naked Highlight and Blush Face Palette. And then I got the eyeliner. You guys know I love my 24/7 waterline pencil, and I also got the holiday set that they have with 4 different shades. And this is a new shade right here. This one is in the color Cherry, I believe. No, Love Drug. And this is the one that I'm going to be wearing today, which is a cherry tone. And then the lipstick is called Cherry. It's the darkest one of the 3 that they have. So I'm going to get started first on the eyes, and hopefully showing you this video using all of these products that'll help you decide whether you want to get something or not, or if it changes your mind. Maybe you wanted something and after you see it, you probably don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with the eyes. So it does come with this brush, which actually looks a little different than how they usually do. It comes with the blending side and then another one that is just a little bit smaller. Still kind of like a blending. I think this one is a good size for the lower lash line, and then this one is a good blending brush. I like the way that this looks. It's a little bit different. It has a clear pink handle. It looks really nice. Okay, so here's a close-up of the palette. You can see a lot of like light pink shades towards this side and then some burgundy shades over here. And just looking at it just like this, it looks like a lot of them are pretty similar. The problem with that could be that on the eyes, they don't look that different. So hopefully they do show up, you know, with a different tone that it looks like in the palette. None of them are repeating themselves, but you know, whenever they only have a slight different to them, that's whenever they can look too similar on the eyes. So here is the Cherry and the Heat palette. There you can see it for yourself. You can compare them, take a look, have the exact same packaging. You know, I think that that's what they're doing with the regular Naked palette. You know how they discontinued it? I'm pretty sure it's gonna come back new and improved. Hopefully not the formula, but most likely the packaging. I'm pretty sure that that's what they're doing. They're just playing with us for a bit. So here's the Naked 3, because I thought it was very similar to this. This one is completely broken and I cannot hold it up at all. I thought I was going to fix the shades, but I think they're way too messed up. Let me show it to you. I mean, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 shades. I should have just told you which ones are broken. But it's just like a complete mess. Look, can you see that? Kind of, it's a mess, and I have not fixed it. It's been like months. All right, so here's a comparison with the Naked 2. Apparently I'm going from newest to oldest. So this is the Naked 2, very cool toned. So here is the Naked palette, the original one. So even if they do remake it, which I'm sure that that's what they're doing, maybe they're not, but hey, you know, I would not repurchase it just for the new packaging. I am okay with keeping mine just like this because it's still good. I think I'm gonna do something kind of dark. We'll see. We'll see. But I'm gonna start off with the color Devilish. Oh, it seems very creamy just as I'm picking it up. Like, it's just really soft. It's giving me a lot of powder there, but it does seem like it's picking it up good on my brush. So let me go ahead. Oh wait, let me blend out my concealer. Like I said, I have concealer on my eyelids for primer, and I'm not going to set the primer. And I'm gonna apply this all on the crease area. I always forget the tape. All right, we're back. Like I said, this is the color Devilish. I'm gonna go all the way towards the tape. This color is really intense. It's very soft, and it reminds me of the Gingerbread Spice palette by Too Faced. The shades, like the mattes in there, are very intense, and as soon as you apply them, they look pigmented and they just apply very smoothly. So that's exactly what this feels like. Okay, so now I'm gonna blend this out, and at first I am going to use the color Feels. I'm gonna see how that works. This is the light pink shade right here. You see how those two kind of look pretty similar, but one's more peachy tone, one's more pink, and the other one's more mauve. So I'm gonna use the color Feels. Again, it's giving me a lot of little powder. You can see it right there. And it's supposed to be a light pink, so I'm gonna see how dark it is or how light it is, and just apply this right here to start blending out the darker shade. Okay, so it does seem to be a light shade. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend this all the way into the inner corner. I think I want to do a halo eye now that I'm thinking about it, because I've already done a few cut creases, so I think I want to do a halo eye. I think that would be nice. So now I'm taking a little bit more of the dark one, and I'm gonna start blending out this line using the same shade, the shade Devilish. And taking my blending brush again, I'm gonna go over that. Look at how it's blending. It looks really nice. Taking Devilish again and doing that one more time. There we go. So since I wasn't sure what I was gonna do, I'm just gonna go ahead and apply Devilish on the outer corner and on the inner corner, because now I made up my mind, and I'm gonna do a halo eye. Using my little brush, I'm gonna take the color Devilish, which is the same shade, the dark one, and going over the line just to help me blend the dark shade out. There we go. Look at how nice that's blending out. That looks really nice. I'm impressed with the quality of it, because, you know, sometimes you just don't know with new palettes. You just don't know. So I'm gonna go ahead and start on the halo part. Okay, so in the center, I'm going to use the color Turn On, which is more of a nude shimmer. It's not pink. It's not one of the pink shades or the burgundy shades. It's just like a nude one. And I'm gonna take the same brush that I'm using, which is the JH41, and I'm going to apply this all over the concealer. Okay, so that is showing up kind of shimmery, not so much though, but I think it would look nicer if I spray it. Let me try that. I'm gonna use the Mario Badescu spray. Whenever I bought this, I seriously never thought I would finish it because it's so big. And look, I'm halfway there. And I'm gonna go ahead and apply this right on top of that. Yep, that made it a lot shimmery. It does show up without the spray, but it looks better whenever it's wet. And then the shade on the outer part of the halo eye, I'm gonna use the color Young Love, which is a pink burgundy color. Like a mix of both, a pink of burgundy, a mix of burgundy and pink. I'm gonna try it first without spraying it. Okay, so that does look nice. That looks good. I don't need to spray it. And I'm using a different brush. This one's a smaller one. This is the JH41. The shade is really smooth. It's picking up the product, like the brush is picking up the product really well. I'm not having any issues with that. So now using the same little brush, I'm gonna take the color Turn On and then go over that pink shade just to make sure that everything looks blended and there are no lines between the two shades. And I'm gonna go back into the color Devilish, and I'm gonna use this brush right here, the JH41, and apply that on the outer corners and on the inner corners. Now what I'm gonna do is take my small little pencil brush and take the color Devilish with just a little bit of product on the tip of it, and I'm gonna go over this line up here. I'm not gonna touch the concealer. I'm gonna try my best not to touch the concealer. And I'm just gonna go over that to intensify the cut. And there we go. Look at the shades. I need to really show you close up so you can see how nice they blend together. This is the fallout that I got from both eyes. So I did get some, especially from the dark shade. There's that. So now I'm going to continue on with the eyeliner part and the lower lash line. I think the lower lash line, I want it to be darker. So I'm not going to do the same shades. Most likely I'm going to use the darker shades that are in here. That way I can use more shades in the palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take off the tape. I should have done my eyeliner first and I forgot. And I'm not going to remove the fallout yet, just in case I get some on the lower lash line. So I'm going to start off with the color Bing. That is one that I have not used. That one looks like a soft pink burgundy. I don't know how to describe these. They all have like the same undertone, just like different shades. And I'm gonna apply this one on the lower lash line. This is gonna be like my transition shade on the lower lash line because, like I said, I want something a little bit darker. And I'm gonna drag this shade pretty low because I want it to show through after I apply all the dark shades. So this is the color Love Drug. This is it right here. Let me go ahead and swatch it. Okay, it's just like a burgundy shade. So it's not like super dark, but it's not super light either. And it does have shimmer in it. So it is like a metallic eyeliner. This one's nice and sharpened. Mine need to be sharpened. So that looks pretty. It looks exactly like the eyeshadow, like I would say like the dark eyeshadow that I have. So I'm gonna go ahead and drag this to the lower lash line. And I'm gonna smudge that out with this little flat brush. And you can see the little glitters that it has. And then on top of the eyeliner, I'm gonna use the darkest shade in here, which is called Privacy, and it looks like a dark brown. And I'm gonna apply this one on top of the eyeliner and a little bit below. So yeah, that makes it look a lot darker. But you know, it's something a little bit different rather than just using black. I feel like I use black all the time, and because I like it looks really nice. So now I'm gonna take that same brown shade and I'm just gonna use a small little blending brush, and I'm gonna go over that, getting a little bit lower. And before applying my eyeliner, I'm gonna go ahead and do the inner corner, and I'm gonna use the pink shimmer shade that's in here. It's called Bang Bang, and I'm gonna try it without spraying it, just to see how intense it is. It's a little bit, not really though. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray it. There we go, that looks much better. Okay, so that is the complete eye look. I'm gonna go ahead and do the eyeliner. I'm also gonna remove the fallout. But since I baked and I left a little bit of powder there, I'm just gonna take that off. I also always leave a little bit of powder on my nose just in case it gets there, because sometimes it does. And for eyeliner, I just kind of did like a short, thick, little chunky wing. And I'm going to curl my lashes and then apply my Urban Decay Perversion mascara. So like I said, I didn't apply any contour or bronzer yet because I want to show you the blush, the way that it looks. And this is the packaging right here. It feels just like with the cardboard. No, not like the little ones. The other little ones have like a plastic, the plastic packaging. This one doesn't. This one has the cardboard one. And it comes with 2 highlighters and the blush right there in the middle. Okay, it does say that one of them is a highlighter, the other one is a blush, and then the other one, the last one, is a complexion topper that can be worn on its own or as a shimmering overlay. So I think that one's the white one that would just kind of give you some glow wherever you want it. So I am gonna do the blush first. The brush does fit nicely in there, so it is a good size. Now the products are not separated, so they can easily get mixed in there together. So I don't know how that's gonna work out, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply the blush. It's very light. I mean, it's not very intense. Okay, let me swatch this because it's kind of hard. Yeah, the product, it doesn't really like get powdery. It's kind of like one of those hard type of products. Maybe it's not supposed to get so powdery so that way they don't mix together too much, like the blush especially because it's pink. I'm surprised they don't have them separated though, because you know, it's blush right in the center. Okay, so now that I kind of swatched like the top layer of it, it's a little bit more, it's showing up a little bit more. It's not bad, but it's not the smoothest blush I've used at all. It's not like the Tarte ones that just kind of blend really easily to the skin. No, and I think it's just because the product is kind of hard. It's not very powdery. It's not like getting powdery with the brush either. I'm gonna use the highlighter and I'm gonna use the pink one over here. Let's see if this one's a little bit. Okay, this one's more powdery. It even got like on the bottom there. That one's a little bit more powdery, which that one can easily get into the blush. I think I applied too much blush up there by my forehead. This one's nice. It looks nice and intense. It's showing up, which is good. It's very powdery though. Like you can even see it whenever I go like this. Like there's a lot. You see? And I'm going to go ahead and apply this on the highlighting areas. I'm going to use the same highlighter. Apply this on the bridge of my nose, on my nose, on the tip of my nose, and on my cupid's bow. Yeah, I like the highlighter. It's pretty intense. And since I don't have anything on my brow bone, I'm also going to apply that highlighter there, just to give me a little bit of a glow up here. Then I am going to go ahead and try out the white one, because I want to see like what it would do, how it will look on my face. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it. Let me swatch this one. This one's really soft and creamy. Look at how easy that swatched. I like the highlighter a lot. It is very powdery with the brush, but like whenever I swatch it, it feels really creamy. So I'm gonna use let me use this one. I'm gonna use a clean brush, that way it doesn't mix in with the other highlighter brush. And I'm gonna take the white one. Well, first let me swatch it just to see how intense it is. Okay, that's pretty intense. It looks very white. It gives like, you know, like that pink kind of purple tone to it. So I don't know how much of this I want to apply, but I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna take a little bit and apply it on my forehead, Yeah, that one gives more of like a pink glow. Like the iridescent pink glow. And I'll apply this one on my chin too. That doesn't look bad. As long as you apply a little bit, I don't think it looks bad. Okay, so my favorite product out of these three is the highlighter over here. The blush, not so much. I feel like it could have been a little bit creamier and it just could have blended more. So I wouldn't get it just for the blush, but for the highlighters, I do like... Actually, you know, getting a product just like this for one product, it's probably not worth it, especially if you're not into this type of highlighter over here. And then the blush, it's not that great. So, I mean, for this one alone, I guess maybe if you're okay with buying the entire palette for it. That one, it doesn't even have a name, so I don't know if they sell it separately, but yeah, my favorite one out of these three is this one right here. So for the contour, I used the Lorac one, and then for bronzer, I'm going to use the MAC Delphic, and it gives me a little bit of shimmer. And the blush, by the way, from this palette is a matte blush. Doesn't have any shimmer in it. Just pretty much blending everything together, but I didn't need that. It looks a lot better now. Okay, and then for lipstick, it's going to be the darkest shade from the collection, and this one is called Cherry. And this is the way that it looks. It has a cute little cherry on there. It's pretty cute. So I'll go ahead and use this one. It's kind of like one of those sheer burgundy shades. It's pretty dark. It looks to me like a lot darker on camera, because in person it kind of looks like the eyeshadow that I have on the outer and inner corner. So this looks like a lot. Like it's not transparent though. I thought it was gonna be a little bit more sheer. I guess you could if you applied less, but I just applied it all the way, and yeah, it covered up the entire my natural lip color, and it's a really dark cherry tone. So this is the look all done, and I'm happy with the combination. I do like the lipstick, even though at first I was a little bit like, this is kind of dark, but it does look pretty, and it does look good with the eyeshadow too. I thought it was gonna be too much because the eyes are kind of dark on the darker side of the eyeshadows that are in here. So with the colors that I did use with the matte and the shimmers, I think they are really nice in here. They also blended out really easily, as you saw whenever I was applying them. And then the shimmers are not like super intense until I use the makeup mist with it. So I think that makes them a lot better, and it makes them look a lot more shimmery. So that was nice. I'm happy with all of the eyeshadows that I used, but here are the swatches so that way you can take a look at all of them and you can kind of see the similarities between them, or if you think that you would like them or not. And the eyeliner is not as dark as I thought it was gonna be, but I still like the shade of it. It's just a little bit different than me wearing my normal black eyeliner, so I like that the shade is a burgundy shade. I can use it with a lot of different fall looks, and I think it's gonna work really well for me, so I do like this one. And then the Naked Cherry face palette, it's okay. I really like the highlighter only, like that's my favorite product out of the three. The blush, I mean, the tone of it is nice, but I do have other blushes that look very similar to that, and it's not as smooth and doesn't blend out that great, so there's that. And then the white one, it's totally like your preference if you like those type of highlighters. I do. I mean, I have a lot of colorful highlighters, so that's nice for me, but it's not a shade that I would get this palette just for that, you know. But for this one, I do like it. It's very creamy, but whenever you use a brush with it, you are gonna notice a lot of powder, so just know that. The lipstick was a little bit hard to apply, but I mean, it does look like the swatches do. It does apply nicely. I mean, once I have it all on, it looks good on my lips and it feels comfortable. It's just a regular lipstick formula though. It's not a liquid lipstick. It's not one of those matte lipsticks that we're pretty much used to now with a whole bunch of different collections coming out with liquid lipsticks or matte lipsticks. So yeah, it's just a regular lipstick in a dark cherry tone. So I'm happy with the look. I'm happy with the products that I got. There's nothing that I'm like besides the blush, you know. But I hope you guys liked it. I hope it helps you out in deciding what products you want to get from this collection, and if you want to get it or not, or if it doesn't interest you at all. But I would say if you're interested in the palette, I think that one's a good one to get from this collection. Let me know in the comment section if you liked any of these, what you think about this collection, or what you are going to get for yourself. And if you are interested in anything in particular that I used, I will have everything linked in the description box below. And that is it for today. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye.